the three-time world champion Prince Emir, and stepping into centre ring, Greg Foley from the Fight Right Gym. Greg Foley, one of the real hot shots of Australian kickboxing, to take on Bobby Ristevski. Oh, it's time to turn the adrenaline up to fever pitch. Make his way to centre ring from the Some Gym in Liverpool. It's Bobby Ristevski. This one a WKBF Super Prestige welterweight contest, scheduled for 4 rounds. It should be an absolute ripper. Greg Foley against Bobby Ristevski. And let's go to our ring announcer, Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, a WKBF Super Prestige welterweight contest. We are scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, hailing from the Fight Right Gym at Blacktown, and weighing in at 67.1 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Foley. Across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner from the Some Gym in Liverpool, weighing in at 66.8 kilograms, Bobby Ristevski.
Bobby. Very, very simple, lad. You've both been in before. You both know the rules. I expect you to fight within those rules. Listen for my instructions. Obey my instructions at all times. When I say break or stop, you'll stop fighting. You take 1 step backwards. You don't have a knockdown or a standing 8. You'll go to the neutral corner I point you to. You stay there till I tell you to come out. Any questions? Touch them up, fellas. Good luck.
Well, last minute instructions there from third man in centre ring, referee Billy Soulis. We are all ready to get it underway. Greg Foley, a couple of years ago, this man was the hottest property in Australian kickboxing, now rebuilding a great career. Up against Bobby Ristevski all the way from Liverpool. And a good evening to our very special guest, former 3-time champion of the world, the one and only Prince Emir. Great to have you here, Prince.
Thanks, Michael. Good evening to you and all the crowd here.
What a fantastic crowd we have on hand, a capacity crowd at Club Marconi. Hammer, this one should be a corker.
Here we go, Marconi.
Have a look out for Prince Emir. Have a look out for Greg Foley's Prince Emir-like kicking ability. He really mixes it up well when it comes to the leg department. Greg Foley from Fight Right Gym.
Here we go in the first round. This one scheduled for a welterweight contest. Look out for the handiwork as well on Greg Foley. Here it comes. Bobby Ristevski just chopping away to the outside left thigh. Greg Foley, as I mentioned, back in about 1998, he was the hottest property in Australian kickboxing, knocking them all out. High right round kick to the head there from Greg Foley. Bobby Ristevski well guarded up against it. Goes downstairs, good leg check there from Ristevski. Good solid stuff by both men so far, Prince.
Yes, Foley staying very stable, and he fought a very good right runner's kick now.
Bobby Ristevski, the high right roundhouse. Oh, Greg Foley, a succession of leg kicks. Opens up now with the hands to the body and the head. I like what I'm seeing so far from Greg Foley, Hammer.
Well, Foley certainly switched on. He is the current champ. Ristevski is, taking it right up to Foley in this Super Prestige bout. No titles on the line here, but nevertheless, 2 very, very evenly matched fighters. But Foley's looking right on the game here tonight.
1 minute down, of course, Greg Foley in the red trunks, Bobby Ristevski in the blue trunks. And Greg Foley looking to line up that big uppercut, Hammer.
That's right, Michael. Foley is a fighter. He has his good nights and he has his bad nights, but I think tonight he's certainly switched on and he's looking the goods.
Oh, there's a nice right uppercut from Greg Foley. Bobby Ristevski might be in a little bit of trouble over in the neutral corner, Prince.
Yes, he is, and Foley is very stable, and he looking very sharp and nice and relaxed.
Well, Amir, what should Ristevski be looking at doing in this type of situation? He's obviously getting picked off by Foley.
It's good for Bobby if he start moving around a little bit and don't stay still in the same place and don't go back to the corner.
He's tending to sit on the ropes, as the Prince just mentioned. Ristevski, he needs to be moving a lot more laterally and at angles, of course.
Yeah. I believe he should be moving around a little bit. The style doesn't suit him at all.
Well, into the first round of action, and for my liking, that one there has to go the way of Greg Foley. Foley really picking apart Bobby Ristevski in that first round of action. Prince Emir, of course, you are now residing in Sydney, training up here, teaching at Richard Bradford School, I believe.
I'm teaching at the Richard Bradford gym, and at the moment after 3 weeks, so we got up to 70 members, everything going good, and I'm looking forward for the next 1.5 years. We would have a lot of fighters going in Sydney and a lot of champion.
Well, Prince, of course, relocating to Sydney, the shin guards, obviously, they're very conscious of safety and all the rest of it. How do you consider those the legislation?
Well, I respect the safety, but I don't think so it's much safe as if you have that or not.
Comments there from the former three-time world champion Prince Amir joining us ringside. Greg Foley picking off Bobby Ristevski in the first round. Prince, join us for one more round of action here. I know you're going to go out back and help Fadi Hadara very soon.
That's okay. I enjoy it.
We're having fun, hey, Prince?
Hey.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg Foley having some fun in centre ring, really picking apart Bobby Ristevski. Beautiful flicking high right round kick there from Foley. Foley backs him into the neutral corner. Goes downstairs to the outside left thigh, and Bobby Ristevski in a world of hurt yet again. Hammer. Nice right uppercut there, just glancing past the chin by Greg Foley. Ristevski moves forward. That left eye starting to be reddened badly. Prince Amir, Bobby Ristevski, what does he need to do here in the second round?
I believe Bobby should just start changing in his style, and he's just moving around and just try to be more accountant and staying in the back and just copying everything Foley throwing.
Mark the Hammer Castanini, Greg Foley all over him at the moment.
Well, Foley's certainly looking switched on here tonight. He's snapping his technique out nice and quickly. Ristevski, as Amir is saying, is sitting there probably a little too immobile. He needs to be moving around a lot more, and his defences are looking a little lax here tonight as well.
A wild right uppercut there from Greg Foley. Bobby Ristevski moves forward with a straight right hand, probably his best shot of the fight so far. Nothing has thrown those face Greg Foley so far. Foley moves in again, tags him with a straight left, then digs in the right uppercut under the chin. Ristevski's left eye badly blackened and swollen already here in the second round, Hammer.
Well, Ristevski, that left eye of his is taking a bit of a beating by the right hand of Foley, but Foley's defences are right up. He's not letting anything through the guard. His leg checks are working well, and his hand speed is certainly on the money.
Prince Amir, you have to be impressed by the man in the red shorts, Greg Foley, so far.
I like a fighter who is relaxed, and Foley is relaxed and very concentrated, so it's going good for him.
Well, Greg Foley really putting it together here in centre ring, as the Prince said, a relaxed fighter, and really putting together the technical side of the fighting and packing it with plenty of power. Hammer, how did you see that round?
Well, that's another one down for Foley. They're certainly taking this fight well and truly by the throat and giving it a shake-up. Foley's working his hands and his legs completely. There you see him just switching up to the head, almost connecting around the neck of Ristevski. That one hit him on the face, and Foley right on his feet, moving and attacking from all angles, which is the mark of a good fighter, and that is certainly good technique from Foley. Loading up on the right hand, working the round kicks over the top, high-low principle, not attacking just high on the head. He's going mixing it up and working down on the legs, and then going, of course, back upstairs to the head.
Prince, now there's rumours abounding that you might be returning to kickboxing. Is there any truth to that at all?
Yes, a lot of people thinking I just getting retired, but I'm not retired. I'm training and I'm active. I'll just wait for the right opportunity, and I would jump into the ring, but just waiting a little bit more to get people more missing me for the ring, so I would be back.
As we start the third round of action in centre ring, I have to ask you, Prince, if you were to step back into centre ring, is there anyone in particular who you'd like to fight?
Well, I got something in my mind, but I wouldn't give that secret up
Can't
today.
get that out of you? Maybe next time. Prince Amir, thank you very much for joining us. I know you're a busy man. You're going to go backstage and help out Fadi Hadara. All the best of luck to Fadi as Bobby Ristevski finds the canvas in centre ring, and a very confident Greg Foley. Hammer.
Well, that's going to give Ristevski at least a count.
Michael.
No, Ristevski's throwing it. He doesn't want to go anymore. He's throwing the towel in, and that's
Well,
a win to Foley.
Greg Foley, that's just what his career needed.
Well, certainly Foley just put it together well here tonight, and Ristevski just taking an absolute battering. No sensing it going along was only going to be the way of Foley. Ristevski never really looked like he was going to be able to pull anything out of the bag. Totally overwhelmed by Greg Foley here tonight, and that's the first KO of the night, coming the way of the legs of Greg Foley.
And Hammer, we were talking earlier on to Prince Amir about the shin pads, but still the shin pads doing the damage on the lead leg there.
Well, these shin pads are really just a token gesture. They're made out of neoprene, which is a wetsuit material, and certainly you're still going to feel the impact through them. And Foley putting it together well and just battering that lead thigh of Bobby Ristevski.
Ladies and gentlemen, a time of 34 seconds of round number 3. Your winner, Greg Foley. You've got the hardware. Tonight was the fight that you needed to really impress because the Commonwealth title waits.
Yeah, this is actually my first fight in 10 months. I fought, my last fight was the 6th of May last year, and well, I was a bit concerned about how I was going to go, but I rose to the occasion again and come off the victor, which is what I wanted. So,
and the next one's the big one, back here again too.
Yeah, the next one's a big one, Commonwealth title. I hope all you guys come and support me again and try and put on a good show for you. This is what we do and we love doing it, so the crowd makes it all the atmosphere and it's great. So,
well done, Greg Foley, victorious here tonight.